Alright, hi everyone, Burke here, and today I'm gonna share with you a topic called understand English but don't know how to respond, don't know how to answer, don't know how to speak it back. I will share with you that when I was in university, I have the same problem with you guys that I can understand English, it's okay for me, but I cannot speak back again, and it really hard for me to sometimes to communicate with other people, foreigners or native speakers, and that freaked me out, you know. And today I want to share with you that 4 steps that I did be able to overcome that problem. First of all, when I speak with foreigners, when I have a conversation with them, if I don't understand anything, I will ask them. For example, if they speak so fast, I'm gonna ask them to speak slowly, slow down the speed, because sometimes they will flow. You know, the foreigners they speak sometimes very fast, and you can ask them, can you speak slow down please, or something like that. And I always ask them because I don't understand when they something, and I ask them again and again. It helped me a lot. And the other thing is, when I talk to foreigner, I also listen and speak really slow. Ask them to speak really slow for easier for them to understand what I'm talking about and what are they talking about too. And the second thing is I also do the very uncomfortable thing, like I always challenge myself. For example, when I was in university, I went outside and talked to a lot of foreigners and went to join to the clubs where there's a lot of people. They speak very fluent English. In District 1 and District 7, there's a lot of places for me, and I went there. I went to the English clubs and the practice. It's really hard, extremely hard for me at the beginning. I cannot understand anything. The reason why when I speak to the foreigners, I ask them to slow down the speed, and I be able to understand what are they talking about. I challenged myself, and I forced myself I went to the community where they all spoke on everything in English. That's why I spent a lot of time to speak with them. Even though I don't understand anything, I listening, and even though I keep listening, and my listening skill also improving while I challenge myself. I surround myself with English speaking friends. Yeah, I also make an English club. I also right now I organize the English club near my house and invite my friends to come to English every day to practice not only English but actually standing up and practice public speaking, playing game together. Because why I'm doing this, because it's helped me when I organize it. I also attract a lot of good friends. I also help them and add value for them in some ways, help them to improve their English, and also improve my English too. And it actually challenges the other very vital skills right now in 21st century is public speaking. That is how I learn English. I stressful myself. And sometimes, you know, standing up and actually speaking also very stressful. Really stressed when you force yourself to stand it up. But after you finish it, you have very good feeling that you accomplish something good, and you challenge your fears about public speaking. And the other things. I also create a lot of English videos. Why I'm doing this right now? Because it's also a challenge. It's a stressful challenge for me to record my face and put it on the internet. uncomfortable at the beginning, but I feel good after finish my challenge. And it's good sometimes. It's very challenging sometimes, but after you finish it, you feel very awesome. And you can see when I do recording videos, sometimes you see it's not perfect when I speak. It's not really perfectly, but I believe that if we keep doing this, one day I will be improve on the aspect of making videos. For example, I will improve my speaking skills. I will improve my editing video skill. But right now it's not really good. It's not a completely perfect product. But I believe that I will improve my craft, and one day I will be good at it, getting good at it in the future. I speak randomly on kind of topics, and sometimes right down the street. And I also think everything in English. I'm thinking and speaking in English a lot. That also helped me a lot when it comes to learning English. And sometimes when you speak along with people, they look at you, they think you are crazy. But that's actually a lot of professional English because they practice that way. That's pretty effective way to learning English. And the last one is be simple. When I speak English, I speak very simple English, or easier for other people to understand. I don't try to speak like IL levels, because in real life, people the native speakers they don't use academic vocabulary a lot, because that's how they communicate in real life. But they use slangs. They use normal, very normal, and extremely easy to understand. You can test that when you watch Hollywood movie. Usually, sometimes the people they speak very simple languages, and they don't try to use complicated words. Because when you use complicated words, it's most of the time it will confuse other people, and when you confuse other people, they also try to confuse you back by giving you the other complicated words. It's not good when it comes to communication. In real life, the most important thing I think is easy to understand. When you speak, the other people immediately understand what you try to talk about. Be simple. When I speak English, I speak very simple English, or easier for other people to understand. I don't try to speak like IL levels, because in real life, people the native speakers they don't use academic vocabulary a lot, because that's how they communicate in real life. But they use slangs. They use normal, very normal, and extremely easy to understand. You can test that when you watch Hollywood movie. Usually, sometimes the people they speak very simple languages, and they don't try to use complicated words. Because when you use complicated words, it's most of the time it will confuse other people, and when you confuse other people, they also try to confuse you back by giving you the other complicated words. It's not good when you come to communication. In real life, the most important thing I think is easy to understand. When you speak, the other people immediately understand what you try to talk about. Don't try to be over complicated everything. It's not good. Yes, and that's my experience. It's a lot, and I only speak very easy languages for those. I don't try to overuse the overcomplicated words, academic words when I practice to speak English. That helped me a lot, helped me communicate with foreigners, all kind of foreigners. It's not only native speakers, but the people that come from Europe or England or all over the world. They also use the very simple languages. Thank you very much for listening. See you next time.